Okay, I know you probably want more Fiddle Tune, more of the Kenny Rodgers song, The Gambler, but let me share a little bit here in a second why I picked that tune. If you don't know who I am FiddlinJonny, and this is my fiddle channel, but also my magic review channel. And today I'm going to review a product released by Abstract Effects called Punched, and it is by David Michael Fox. And the reason I picked my Fiddle Tune as the Gambler, because this is a gimmick that gamblers have used for centuries. And this is a new, updated, real-time version to be able to mark cards. So anyway, stick around. You're going to want to hear about this product because there are some good things, really good things about this, and there's other things like I just think you should know. So I want to make sure that if you're considering, you hear those things before you purchase. All right, stick around and we'll get right into the review.
Abstract Effects presents.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm FiddlinJonny and welcome to my fiddle channel and magic review. Today we are going to go over Punched, which is released by Abstract Effects and is by David Michael Fox. I'm going to bring that really in close just so you see the box that you are going to get. It's a nice little small little box that your gimmick is going to come in. So, and that is what you're getting is a gimmick. And I usually say, what's the effect? Well, you can create endless effects with this device, and I'm going to show you a part of the device. But before I do that, let's talk about what it is. It is a device that allows you to create tactile marking on cards or any paper product for that matter, in order to create routines and effects around, because you'll be able to know, with cards specifically, you'll be able to know what the cards are because you have marked them in a tactile feeling way. So you don't need to see them, which allows you to do a lot of blindfolded routines or with your head turned type of routines. No need to look at the cards because you can feel what card you're on. When you get this, you're going to get two gimmicks. Really, you're getting one gimmick, sorry. You're getting one gimmick in two different colors. And I'm not going to show you the entire gimmick, but I am going to show you what colors they come in, because you have probably heard like they come in two different colors. So those are the two colors that they come in, sort of a tan color and a black color. These are small enough to be palmed in your hand without being noticed. I'm palming mine right now, so you sort of get a sense of what the size is to palm in your hands. So on top of that, you're going to get a this. See, I'm kind of funny. You can make this part of your everyday carry. They say you can attach it to your keychain, and you can attach it to your keychain, which I actually like. I am going to attach it to my keychain and use it as part of my everyday carry. But I'll probably use something a little bit nicer than that, but that's what you get. And you also get an instructional video, downloadable streaming video, and let's talk about that a little bit. The ad copy says that you get over 60 minutes of instruction, and the reality is no, you do not get 60 minutes of instructions. You're going to get 52 minutes of instruction in some odd seconds. I know that's quibbling a little bit, but it's not a full 60 minutes. It's only 52 minutes. All right, so you're going to get the two punched gimmicks. You're going to get a little thing to add it to your keychain, and you're going to get the downloadable streaming 52 minutes of instructions. Let's talk about the instructions. There are things on this product that I just want folks to know if they're considering purchasing it. And I'll start off by saying this is a product that should not be dismissed. It is worthy of consideration. There are just some things, if you're purchasing it, you should know. And the first thing I would say is the instructional video. And these are not deal breakers. The instructional video has some sound quality issues at times. It's a single camera shoot shot directly on, much like this, with a white sort of studio background behind them. The audio quality is up and down, and the final 10 seconds probably maybe a little bit less in my instructional video, which is probably, I assume, the same for everybody else. The sound goes out while they're saying their goodbyes. So the truth is, while the sound quality maybe 2 or 3 times kind of goes up a little bit in volume and then back to normal at certain times, is not a deal breaker. It just shows that there was some poor quality when they were doing the instructional video. In the instructional video, since you get 52 minutes, that's pretty good these days for an instructional video. I expect lots of detail in that and anticipate that I'll get a lot of nuance and instruction as I structure a routine. That would not be the case here. On this, you're going to get a lot of ideas that are really good ideas to be able to build routines around these ideas. You will not, I do not expect to get sort of detailed, nuanced instruction on this video. Again, not a deal breaker. If you're let me talk to the Daryl brothers for a second. Hold on to my regular viewers and I'll talk to the creators. Daryl and Daryl, love you guys. I think you do an awesome job. I think for folks who are brand new to magic on the instructional video like this, boy, some really great detailed step-by-step instruction with very close in terms of multiple camera views, maybe over the shoulder views, maybe tight in on the hands, sort of a thing, is what I would recommend for somebody who's new. And now I'll zoom back. Thank you, Daryl and Daryl. It's still great stuff. A good example of when you purchase instructional videos, you really do see a difference from folks if it's part of their working repertoire and they've had it for 10 years and they've been working on it. When they deliver their tutorial, you really do get the type of instruction that is able to filter out, like, they know what the nuances of hand movements and choreography, what is the nuance of words that you use at specific times, blocking of your body and that sort of stuff. So you're not going to get that in this instructional video. So again, it's not a deal breaker. I think if you're a magician, you've been working for a long time, you already know a lot of that stuff intuitively already. You'll figure it out. If you're brand new in magic, it's the sort of stuff you're going to build those skills, and if you're expecting to get that from a tutorial point of view in this instructional video, it doesn't exist. But again, still well worth considering. I would like to see one routine from beginning to end with detailed and nuanced instruction. That would have been ideal for me. So if I was doing a point system, I would knock off a point or two on the instructional video. Also, for marking the cards, you can mark your cards using the tactile punch system in real time. I just would have liked to have seen really more slowly detailed nuance of that. With that said, of course, this is not rocket science or brain surgery. Or it's not rocket surgery. You can figure this out, and it just will require practice. That's it, and not so much practice that you couldn't start doing it within 10 minutes of having this gimmick. Okay, let's talk about how is the gimmick. The gimmick is solid, really solid. It's a great gimmick. It will fit in your hand. You can don't have to have any complicated moves or sleights that you need to know. You just need to know how to palm and palm a small object in your hand. So pretty easy to do. I'm palming it right now, so you know that it's like pretty easy. If you've ever been able to palm a coin, you can palm this. I realize as I look at myself palming, it just looks awkward, but easy to do in that process. So it's a great gimmick, durable. You're not going to break it. You will work hard. You'd have to work hard, I should say, if you wanted to do that. So let's talk a little bit about what is the skill level. It's a beginner skill level. You can do this in seconds, okay? So, and even though it's a beginner skill level, and easy to learn, you're getting a gimmick. And so you will have to come up with your own routines and card routines, and they obviously train you with some on the streaming video, but they're all beginner, to be honest, because the punched tactile system is great. It doesn't require complicated sleights or anything, if at all. So it's for beginners. Let's talk, can be used by beginners, I should say. Let's talk about some of the pros here. It's a solid gimmick, and really with practice you can create some awesome miracles here. They provide lots of ideas in this instructional video, so that if you want to sort of be creative and get inspired, this instructional video really does do that. It's a great tool for your imagination. I like the fact that it is everyday carry. And let's talk a little bit about that. I would probably, I think, use this in advance and mark my cards using this tactile system in advance, so that when I go out to perform, it's already done. But with that said, because it's simple everyday carry, I'm attaching it to my key ring. And I'm over at my friend's house or hanging out someplace, and someone says, oh, you do card tricks, right? Or you do magic. And I'll say, do you have a deck? I can, right in front of them, mark their deck without them being aware of it and begin to go into performance. So I actually really like that aspect. I know that a lot of people are thinking like, the selling point here is real time, and why would you do it in real time? Well, I think there's a lot of scenarios where you could really do it in real time. You could take their deck and probably not even have them be aware of, mark maybe all the red cards, and you could separate all the red cards from the black cards simply by touch. And so there's a lot of things you can do, and it sort of comes up to you in terms of what you want to create there. So you're going to get also some mentalism effect routines on here. You're going to get a drawing duplication routine on this. I didn't think the instruction was very good, but I thought I'd share that with you. There's no angle issues here. Really, if you can palm, no issues there. So there's no real angle issues there. The cards can be fully examinable afterwards, and I know that some people think, right, they can't be fully examinable. I would say yes, they can. You can sort of essentially rub out the tactile feel on the cards. It won't be perfect, but will they be detectable? Only if somebody really, really, really worked hard to inspect it, and then they probably might not even know what they're dealing with, especially if you've done some really cool routines. All right, so cons, you already know I want more detailed instruction. I did find the gimmick slippery in my hand and just a hair big, so I was like, it was just a hair smaller. I'll probably put maybe double-sided tape on it or something so it sticks to my hand a little bit more, or maybe use a pull so I can bring it in and out easier. I would say don't be discouraged. In terms of if you don't get the level of detail instruction, you can teach yourself a lot of things here. And it's really great for card control. The instruction didn't have no fully uncut performance of it. So, I like those. I want to see what it looks like in the wild with you actually marking cards in the wild. And while the trailer does that, that it's in a controlled setting, and the other brothers also do that in the studio when they're giving the performance, but they essentially stop in the middle of their performance and talk about some of the things that they're doing, so it's not a real uncut performance. Who's going to like this? I think if you're a magician and you work with cards and you don't already use a tactile system, this might be something you simply add to your arsenal of tools and methods that you could use for card routines. In addition to any sort of things that you would want to mark paper as a tactile system, it's really worthy of consideration. So I know a lot of people might be dismissive of this product right out the gate, but I don't think it should be dismissed. It really is a product that does what it says. So, and that's something to consider. It does cost $25. Now, in my opinion, $25 is an extremely reasonable price for this gimmick because you're getting two of them. Maybe if you're strapped for cash and you're new in magic and trying to figure it out, you could split it with a friend, and each of you essentially gets one gimmick. So it'd be half the price for you. Something to consider. So I think it's a very reasonable price. There's other folks who have released similar products. I know Alan Rorison released a similar gimmick called, I think it was called Sentio, a couple of years back, and his is done with a Sharpie that can be used in front of folks to do a tactile marking system. And it's, I think, priced at about the same thing, so I think it's at the right price point. All right, I think those are the things that I want you to know if you're considering purchasing this product. Again, they're just my opinion, but things I hope are helpful for you. All right, so this is the point where you hit the like button. If you didn't earlier, I appreciate that. It really helps on the YouTube systems. And leave a comment. If you purchased it, let me know what you thought. If you're not going to get it, let me know your thoughts. Or if you just want to say hello, do that as well. And of course, I always appreciate it if you subscribe. All right, thanks everyone. I hope to have another review up here within the next week as well. So I'm FiddlinJonny, and remember to keep fiddling around with your magic. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.